Welcome back to the show. Always a delight to talk about Smile Cookie campaign. So we have Amanda from United Way, Donovan from the Tim Hortons at the East End and Devonshire, and then Chelsea from VON. So welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much for having
you.
That time of year again, Smile Cookies. Okay, I'm super excited for it. For any of those that are watching and have no idea what I'm talking about, what is the Smile Cookie campaign?
Donovan?
We make cookies at the restaurant. We donate the proceeds, actually all the proceeds, half to United Way and half to Sakura House. They're $2 a piece. They run from April the 28th to May the 4th. It's a cookie to brighten your day, take to work, share with your friends with a smile on it.
Yeah, the blue eyes and the pink smile, right? Or is it the other way around? Pink.
No,
eyes.
that's that. You got that right.
I think when I decorated a cookie, I did it backwards. So, okay. So all of the locations in Woodstock are doing the.
All the Woodstock locations will be doing it, as well as the Ingersoll locations and Innerkip.
Okay. And then so every dollar raised goes to United Way and VON.
For those locations, yes. It's also chain wide, but each to their own local charity.
Okay. So $2 a cookie.
Yes.
And then I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Any idea how much money was raised in the last campaign?
Just over $110,000. So each organization got over $55,000
From cookies.
So many cookies.
In a week.
Okay. In 1 week. That's impressive.
We're so lucky for the community, not only for coming out to support, but also the Tim Hortons owners. It's all of our local owners that come out and make sure that the United Way and VON Sakura House can have that. So that's incredible.
So do you, again, I'm going to put you on the spot. So with $55,000 from the last campaign, could you give us an example of where did that money go?
Absolutely. So for VON Sakura House, that goes towards patient care. We have to cover things like heat, hydro, and groceries out of funding that we get from the community. And Tim Hortons has been able to help us do that for a number of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Amanda?
Yeah, and for United Way, that goes directly into our programming, so our Community Impact Fund, and supports. Last year, we had 13 different organizations and 43 programs that were supported that help with children and youth, help with poverty, meeting basic needs and housing supports, and then help with mental health and addiction supports.
Okay. So Donovan, I'm sure you see a lot of the same faces coming through the drive-through every morning or every afternoon on the way to work. Do you find your regulars are typically supportive of this time of year?
Yes.
Okay.
Usually, I believe the regulars will just show up, say, give me a cookie. And then wherever it is they're going, they say, I bought you a cookie. Because they don't want it, but they're happy to donate and then give it away. Sometimes through the drive-through, someone who doesn't want cookies will pass money through the window and say, just hand out cookies to every car.
Okay.
Until their money is gone.
Okay.
It's like a pay it forward.
That has happened to me. I have been in the drive-through, I order my coffee and they're like, here, a car ahead of you bought you a cookie. And then I'm like, oh, well then I'll buy a cookie. And and like I gotta give it back, right?
Kind of almost, it usually never stops. It just kind of flows along. And
okay. So who does all the decorating?
Volunteers, mostly. Well, I shouldn't say mostly. Our team members as well,
Right.
baking and so on. Most of the volunteers come from organizations to do with United Way and Sakura House. They volunteer through them. Yeah. They send them to us.
It's a nice team
experience.
Your team.
Well, and you guys, you said
Full on
it's called Cookie Central. So did all the decorating kind of off-site, and now you're saying it's actually right on site now?
Yes, in front of the guests. You can see what's happening. You can visit with people. Watch the process, get a real feel for it.
Okay. And I know you had mentioned sometimes people will do like big orders, like corporate orders to try and support. What do you recommend to our viewers regarding big orders?
Try to reach out to us, give us a call. Tell us if you're wanting 300 cookies in 2 or 3 days, you're more than welcome to. Any of the locations, Woodstock, Innerkip, or Ingersoll, it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
And on our websites, we have a link to the bulk order form. If you just want to fill out an order form and send it through, we can help facilitate that. Absolutely. So make sure there's enough cookies for you.
Wonderful. Okay. And are you guys looking for volunteers to help with the decorating again?
Yeah, for sure. People can email oxfordgiving@von.ca and I'll help hook them up with a volunteer spot if there's one available.
Okay. And I remember, I think there's an age restriction, right? You have to be at least 18 to volunteer?
Yeah, the preference is that we have adults. It's not something for high school volunteer hours, but it is something. We have an 8 to 10 spot and a 10 to 12. So hopefully most students will still be in school.
We'll still be in school, yes, of course.
But yeah, we ask that adults come volunteer for this.
Okay. So it starts April 28th, May 4th, $2 a cookie. Get on out to your local Tim Hortons and buy as many cookies as you can.
Yeah, it's something we've really talked about this weekend when we were brainstorming for this, is how local it is, right? So our store owners are all local, they're decorated locally, they're eaten locally, and then all the money's invested back into two very local organizations.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, when you get your cookie or when you pass along your cookie, it could be somebody that your friend decorated or supported, right?
Well, if the cookie looks terrible, that'll be the cookie I decorated, because I learned it's not as easy as what it actually looks.
I'm
So.
also not a talented cookie decorator, but I'm glad that the Tim Hortons staff helped to decorate the ones that the volunteers don't. And I think for Tim Hortons nationally, it's over 600 charities that they support, all chosen by those local owners. So we're just so fortunate as the United Way and Sakura House that our local owners chose to support us.
Okay. And this does happen nationwide then, same dates?
Yes.
Okay. How many years has it been running? Any ideas?
1996.
Wow, that long, eh?
That's how long Tim Hortons has had the Smile Cookie campaign. And I think it was over $120 million that they've put back into local charities.
That is incredible. All from cookies.
Yeah.
It used to not always be nationwide. It was a very small area, and then it grew a bit, then it grew again, and now it's just absolutely massive.
Okay. Well, I look forward to having you guys back on the show and see how well the Smile Cookie did this year.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here today. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.